we at KF Valeshta would like to announce that we will not be joining the European Super League.
Don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. I won't wait for you, 'cause you keep telling lies. I keep going high, she keeps going low. At the end of the day, she's gone. But you don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. And I keep going high, she keeps going low. At the end of the day, she's gone. But you don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. And you keep telling lies.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Outcasts to Icons with me, someone who's now more hair than man. If you are enjoying the series, of course, drop a like, that'd be fantastic. Do it for the algorithm, I suppose. More on that in a bit. We've had disappointment as of late, and I think I kind of understand why, because I made myself a massive error, I think, that has plagued us through the couple of matches that we may well have played and screwed up a little bit over this period, I believe. Anyway, more on that in a minute, down to tactics and stuff. I have decided to make some switches to the tactic to try some stuff out, because end of the day, this season, I really don't think we're going to quite be good enough to challenge for the very top of this league, but I think we're going to be good anyway, and it gives us a great opportunity to work on the tactic this year, particularly as the club's financial struggles continue to compound us. Also, Zajazi, 10 defeats out of 10 so far this season. I genuinely wonder if they might manage to lose every game this year. No, they'll beat us. They'll beat us. That's what's going to happen. Also, I think this is extremely important. I have a statement from the club regarding the European Super League, and I'm going to read that for you now. Let me just get my notes out. Okay, so, after much deliberations and discussions with our 100 Air owner, we at KF Valeshta would like to announce that we will not be joining the European Super League. The fans must come first, be they man, be they cow. The real Super League is the North Macedonian Second Division, a league built on friendship and respect, not you worried. So there we go. Even managed to find the exact same paper that the actual clubs used to write their statements too, so, you know, good stuff. But now, we move on from that. This is the real Super League. We move into Tetex Tetovo versus KF Valeshta, the big one that you've all been waiting for. So, changes that I made, essentially. Now, what I think was happening, because basically I imported this tactic on stream on Saturday to try something out, and I realised that the version I'd saved of the tactic had play for set pieces and time wasting maximum switched on, because I'd obviously exported the tactic out of the save when I had it right at the end of a match when I was trying to waste time to kill off a result, and I think that I might have played that version for a couple of the matches we played over the last episodes. I'm not entirely sure for certain of that, but I think that might have been what's happened. So I think that might have been why we've underperformed so much. So that was the original version. The new version I want to try out removes the Trek and goes with a standard attacking midfielder on support. I also have him on moving to channels just because we'll see, but we can work on that. And I've also moved the box-to-box to be more of a ball-winning midfielder to perhaps give us a tiny bit more defensive stability. Just an idea that I want to try out. But other than that, we'll keep everything the same a little bit, because the problem with having a Trek, quite simply, is that you need them to be very good, and there's just, believe it or not, there isn't actually that many good Trekotistas in the North Macedonian Second Division. I know, bugger me, right? I will do a little selection advice, but I assume it's going to be similar stuff. Yes. Oh, no, actually, whoa. Yeah, no, that's not happening. The Llama sadly did somewhat underperform in the match that I decided to start him in. Not overly impressed with that, so Yankolovsky will come back in, and maybe this will be the making of him. A guy can dream, right? Everything else, though, should remain relatively similar. Don't really want to mess around with the bench because I'm actually quite happy with it. Zlatko has wakened from his princely slumber. Presumably, True Love's first kiss came along. Wasn't me. I'm guessing it was Enrushi. I'd let him kiss me. Although, that being said, he still doesn't really have much opinion on things. He just really wants to press Dimitar Ivanov. Don't know if they've had an argument in a local pub or something, but worrying. So we're going to give it a crack today. It's a tough one away at Tetex Tetovo. I mean, they are 5th place in the league. Oh dear, I expect them to win. Apparently they don't expect me to expect them to win. Thank you, Abdul. Thank you, Tommy. Defenders did not like that one iota for some reason. Maybe they liked the time wasting. I don't know. Let's see. A massive stadium with no fans. Hey, at least they're abiding by COVID protocols. I can kind of rate that. I rate the levels of safety going on here. That's fine. So hopefully these little changes will just make us a little bit more attack-minded. Or not even attack-minded, but like attackingly competent, I suppose is the best way to look at it. And hopefully having that extra body that might do a bit more backtracking might just allow us to not get caught on the counter-attack quite as much. But I'm hoping it doesn't compromise us too much going forward, because that's quite important. So as I said about the YouTube algorithm thing, definitely results from that are quite interesting. Firstly, it meant that the video went into recommended boxes way more than normal. Oh, wow, look at this football. Which is cool. Galush goes through. Oh my god! Christian Tetex makes it 1-0 to Valeshta inside 2 minutes. We'll come back to the algorithm in a minute. That can wait. This is unbelievable football from Valeshta. Look at this link-up play. The fact that Galushko puts it back inside for Tetex, who's just absolutely angled one into the top corner there, and we lead away from home already. What a start. Okay. Keeping the pressure on the big boys. You'll love to see it. But yeah, oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Dimitar Ivanov immediately equalises for Tetex Tetovo there. An absolute shambles in the defence there. Everybody's got a man. In fact, these lads have got 2. And yet they managed to let that ball come all the way through there. I don't know how Ivanov was able to phase through his body. He's a shapeshifter. Maybe that's why he wanted to press him. But yeah, it did seem that the comments, and probably more so the likes in fact, ended up genuinely pushing the video way more. It was very, very interesting to see the way that it worked like that. Oh god. He's offside, thankfully, as goalkeeper decided to go on a little holiday there for a minute. And obviously there's, you know, more changes to the tactic than simply turning off the time-wasting thing, which may or may not have actually been switched on. I really genuinely don't know now. Yankolovsky, here we go. Nice build-up again. Where's the run around the side? And Yankolovsky's shot is well saved, but it's nice football again. Sorry, just randomly got a notification on my phone, I think, that Mourinho had now been sacked by Spurs. I feel like I'm living in a football-based fever dream. Anyway, back to the North Macedonian second division. As we continue our plight here, Malian with the ball in, hopefully you can find Enrushi and he can do some magic here. It's all the way through and clattered away, but actually, oh no, well played Abdul, great work. He's already on a booking though, which concerns me, given that he's playing that ball-winning midfielder role and he hasn't won much ball so far. Tetex, scorer of the original brilliant goal. And Rushi's let it go over his head, Dimasovsky! And it's a great save from Davkov, and Rushi really was at fault for that one, despite having, once again, a pretty good game so far. He definitely should have won that aerial challenge there. And it's flicked to the back post, and cleared. Wow, okay. Got a bit lucky right on the stroke of half-time there, did we? It's 1-1 at half-time, and I mean, they didn't really do a lot beyond their goal up until right at that half-time point. We've slowly, steadily been building our way into the game, but, still not sure. Just for a bit, I'm going to push Abdul back up to box for a little while to try and get another body into some good positions. Maybe. We will have to see. Or it could be the only thing that's stopping us from going on and losing this game. I just don't know at the moment. We've yet to draw a game in this save, I've realised. Galushko whips it through, and it's cleared away again, but it's going to come back to him. We've still got bodies forward. Galushko, Manasovsky. Oh, it's in! It's David Malian, and it's Tetex Tetovo 1, Valeshta 2. The moment I made the change. Obviously, those things are not connected, as I don't think that would have affected us there. But we do now lead 2-1 away at Tetex Tetovo. Really bad clearance here, but great work from Galushko to pick out first the pass to Makasowski, but this dink and the lovely little knockdown from Manashevsky. Lovely football. And we lead 2-1 away from home now. Come on, lads. That's better. Need more good stuff like that from Anrushi. Yankolovsky's got it, and he's got the run from Lama. And he might be able to find it. He doesn't need to because he's got Malian. Can Malian find it? Oh, he could just drop this back inside. Finds Galushko! Great strike, great save from the goalkeeper. Lovely breakaway counter-attack from the lads there. Great work. Malian, round the side for the Lama. He's got Galushko to the back post. Can he dig him out? No. And, oh, good lord, I thought he was going to give a penalty there. That would have been nothing. Chaos again. Lumping it through. Cleared away. Oh, hang on. This time Chaos won't be able to get to the retrieval ball here. It's all going to be down to the defenders to deal with this. And Mazzari's just gone straight through. What a tackle from Pelt. What? The standards of refereeing in this league, I tell you what. Dimasovsky steps up and scores, and that is just ridiculous. Penalty my arse. Pelt slides in brilliantly and wins the ball perfectly cleanly, and it's given as a penalty. Ridiculous. Well, that might have just screwed us out of a win here, unfortunately. Just couldn't link it up properly. Tetex takes it very, very short. This could be a problem. It's a corner to Valeshta in the 92nd minute. The centre-backs are coming up. Can Ermin Enrushi do Ermin Enrushi things and find us a late winner here, potentially? Malian's ball through, and it's Pelt with the header, and it's just wide. Ball in. Manashevsky clears. And the Lama will keep this in play. We've got 20 seconds to go. Can he look long? Okay, finds Malian. That's fine. Can he look long? 10 seconds. Knock it round the side, David. Round the side for Yankolovsky. Tommy Yankolovsky's in. Tommy Yankolovsky with the goal in the 94th minute. Tetex Tetovo 1, Valeshta. Wait, that's not even the right score, Matt. Tetex Tetovo 2, Valeshta 3. Wow. Brilliant work from the lads on the counter here. Malian with the brilliant little pass on the side, but Yankolovsky still has a lot of work to do here just to set himself and slot that one home. That's his first goal from open play this season, and what a moment for it. The 94th minute of the match with the goal that... Sorry, we didn't have a chance to switch on any of our time-wasting approaches here. 96th minute of the match. Just one good clearance, I think, is all we need. And Davkov is there. Come on, lads. This is a big, big win. You know, these guys are no mugs. 5th place in the league. We're away from home. We fought against some adversity today, and we've come up with a massive, massive result in the end. And I know that the XG makes them look better than they were, I suppose, because then again, a penalty is still a penalty. They still had to take the shot. That's not their fault that the referee's an idiot, is it? But we've managed to come out with the win anyway. Tetex, Malian, and Yankolovsky, brilliant performance. Really, really happy with that. Right, we're going to do a slightly bigger chunk of games off camera. They're like 5 maybe, and then come back for something. Right then, that was a long period of time, much longer than I expected, but we'll get into things. So, we hosted Gostovar, lovely work to start off with here, knocked around the side for Malishevsky, and who would get on the end of it but Yankolovsky, 2 goals in 2 games, all of a sudden open play, but we couldn't hold on. 92nd or 93rd minute, Vasilevsky's free kick. Unfortunately, it does seem like these direct free kicks are very, very powerful at this level, and I think it's down to the goalkeepers, because if you get it on target, they're very unlikely to save it, it seems. Frustrating, but it is what it is. They missed a penalty in this game as well, so there is that. Next up, we went away to Vilas, and I mean, there's a lot of new players in this team. You'll notice, and you'll see why in a minute. Ball was played through. Zainalai with a lovely finish to make it 1-0. They played such a strange system in this game that it gave us so many attacking opportunities. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it pay. Becker getting the ball down the right-hand side, eventually drops it back to the edge there, and it's rashed into the top corner for 1-1. Another one of these games that I genuinely feel like we were the better side in, as you can really see. But they had 3 strikers with 2 AMs behind them. It was a very, very strange system. It allowed us a lot of attacking opportunities, but as always, we just weren't able to put the ball in the net. And it was a similar story at home against Lokomotiva, this time at least getting a draw and playing better than we did against them last time, but once again failing to make our, not dominance, but superiority count in this game. But then, as the fixtures started to get a little bit easier for us, Popovsky round the side here for Zainalai. Eventually, the ball is put back across the box, and there on the end of it is Galushko to make it 1-0. Drita were apparently it means like drunk or shit-faced in Norwegian, and they played a bit like they were in this game, to be honest. Galushko getting the ball out on the left-hand side this time, whipping it across. In it comes, and eventually, wow, just a lovely strike from Malishevsky to make it 2-0, and that kind of killed the game for them at that point. But they were able to get back into it literally directly after half-time, just a simple ball over the top, Ademi's through, first shot of the match for Drita, and they were back into things. But we still had the strength to push on and actually get things going. Popovsky with a lovely ball around the side here. Yankolovsky just whips it here. Little ball around the side from Malishevsky, and a lovely little ball through the goalkeeper's legs from Zainalai to make it 3-1. Nice football. Really do play some lovely stuff when we wind up here. And again, Zainalai looking up, firing a lovely little ball in behind for Galushko, this time getting himself through, and he was able to wrap up the win. 4-1. Another goal for Galushko. Zainalai was fantastic, and a 4-1 win for Valeshta. Very, very deserved on the night. And ultimately, it was another very similar story against Vardar this time, breaking on them this time. Malishevsky around the side here, Zainalai getting into the box, and a deflected shot goes into the back of the net after 6 minutes to make it 1-0. But we just kicked on from that. Almost immediately afterwards, Tetex getting the ball into an excellent position, and once we get it here, you know we're in good shape. Ball around the side, Popovsky whips it across, and there was Galushko again to make it 2-0 after just 7 minutes, but we were not finished yet. 11 minutes on the clock this time. More lovely stuff on the edge of the area. That's where we're most dangerous. Getting that little interchange there, Chaos whips it through, Galushko's glancing header to make it 3-0 to Valeshta after just 12 minutes, and that was actually all she wrote. As you can see, had a ton more opportunities after that, but just couldn't make them count. It didn't matter though, as we ran out 3-0 winners. League-wise, my goodness, it is getting tight up there. That little run of games where we were struggling to get a result, we did, of course, take good points, though, against Vilezarimi and against Lokomotiva, and then going and getting a couple of wins against sides down towards the bottom really made a difference for us, as we are still firmly in this title race right now, and I'm excited to be there massively. Now, you might notice some new faces in there. Essentially, it has just been like a conveyor belt of players, because the problem we've got now... The board, oh my god. So we're obviously in financial problems. That's to be expected at this level. I basically kept like a £700 buffer in our wage budget to make sure that we were at least not overspending on wages. However, the board decided to come along and shave £800 off of my £700 buffer, so now we're actually in wage deficit because of that, and now they're angry at me, and it's like, sure, that's my fault, given that we're actually spending way less on wages this year than we were last year, but that's just how it goes, isn't it? And unfortunately with that comes the fact that the board have now imposed a new cap, essentially, on the amount I can offer players, and that is £20 per appearance. It is truly nuts. So the problem we've also got is that players that when they want to leave now, sorry, not even when they want to leave, when they want to basically say, oh, I'm not playing enough, they can just leave. And that means that basically anyone outside my starting 11, if they complain once, they basically just leave. Even fringe players are basically going, I'm not playing enough football, and then they're off. So problems. And it doesn't help the fact that you get players in team meetings coming to say, well, I don't understand why this fringe goalkeeper isn't playing. And then if you disagree with them, they all get angry with you. Tried that once. And if you agree with them, the player just leaves. So we've had a bit of a problem with that. I did manage to get some reinforcements in before the board did this nonsense, but it really is going to be a massively difficult task, I feel like, for the rest of the season to hang on to any player that's outside the starting 11, essentially. First in, Ivan Galevsky, striker. Thought we could do with a bit of backup there. Felt it was an important one to bring in just to give us a bit more depth. Blagoy Spilkovsky, playing the central midfield, has decent-ish tackling. Thought he'd be a nice addition. Arben Zenilai actually has a face pack picture. Really, really pleased with him, though. 4 games, 3 goals and 2 assists. He might be the man for this role. Alexander Popovsky brought him in to give us a bit more competition on the right-hand side for Maitland, and he's done well since he's come in as well. Besnik Ferrati, another player with a face pack picture. I know, basically, they were agent offers, took them on trial, liked a bit about them, thought we'd bring them in. He's been okay as well. Grigor Donchev, thank God this guy joined us because Tetex, of course, has left today, so he's going to be thrown straight into the firing line. Shpend Asani came in because the other Asani left. And lastly, Riste Karakamisev also has joined us just to give us some more centre-back depth, but it really has been difficult there too. To just give you an idea of players that might have left since the last time we looked, Isani, Papuchiev, Ismaili, Asani, Magameyev, because if they're not starting games, even if they're like, some of them had like regular starter in fairness is there, so that I can sort of understand, but some of them had fringe player roles and they're just like, So it's been very, very complex. But with that, Enrushi is our new captain, so that's kind of good, isn't it? I think he deserves it, to be honest. But nevertheless, I do apologise for the somewhat revolving door player lineups that we've kind of had up lately. It's almost been impossible to avoid, quite simply, which is sad, because obviously you like to associate yourself with certain players, and I like doing that too. But that's one of the problems of managing at this level with this setup, with this current financial situation, which is why I feel like our next job really does need to be at a professional club who, obviously, there's not going to be stable finances who we move to, but it has to be at least like capable, because I just don't know how far we can go. But that being said, we still want to make sure that we try and have the best season possible, and there's still a shot of us managing to somehow creep into a promotion battle with this team, so I'm actually still pretty happy with that. And we still have a decent amount of players, to be fair, so that's probably going to be our lineup for today. Pelt obviously got sent off in a game, so he missed one as well, but Enrushi has just been the man that has stood out above all else. So we play the bottom side away from home, must win game. We need to make it 3 wins out of 3, continue playing the football. You'll notice I've moved it back to a box-to-box midfielder. I felt that we were just too lackluster with it being on a ball-winning midfielder for whatever reason, and I feel like we'll sacrifice some defensive stability, but I feel like we gain way more on the attacking side. So that's the plan. Let's go out here and try and grab ourselves a victory. We have to win this. There really is little to no excuse for not going here and winning this match. These boys have won no games this season, and we cannot afford to muck it up against a team like Zajazi, given that we're going to have tough games in that final stretch of matches coming along, and we need to make sure we're in the best position possible to get results there. So who are the other teams playing? So Lokomotiva play Gostivar. They've got fairly winnable games, most of the others, and I expect them to probably go and win them as well. So we've got to make sure we make the most of it. Georgievsky. And again, direct free kicks are just ridiculous at this level. It just seems like they score that's probably about the 4th or 5th one we've conceded, maybe even this season alone. They're just, if they get them on target, it's a goal, quite simply, and now we trail already. And Lokomotiva are winning as well, which could really start to see that gap emerge a little bit. Donchev's ball throw, Popovsky, and it's in the back of the net. Alexander Popovsky on the half-an-hour mark. Ball in from Grigor Donchev. Brand new players, essentially. Popovsky getting on the end of it. Different sort of player. He has a bit more height than Malian, which allows him to get into good positions like this that perhaps Malian couldn't have done. Lovely ball in. Rises highest. Keepers let it go through his arm. It's Bogdanovsky. You know what happened last time there was a Bogdanovsky on the pitch? I'm just saying. Georgievsky now with the ball in for Zajazi. Get that good clearance. Oh my god, that was incredibly fortunate. All of our rivals are currently winning, and we cannot drop any points against the bottom club. It's simply criminal if we did. Yankolovsky, this is a good situation for us. We need to find the right pass, though. Here we go. Yankolovsky's through. And it's a gorgeous little finish. Zajazi 1, Valeshta 2. Lovely ball through from Armin Zenulai. And yet again, I'm really, really liking his work in that role. He just seems to sit in there and fill that role perfectly. Looking for those little balls in behind. They made a terrible decision here, but it's a great little ball through. Defender's wrong-footed, and Yankolovsky slots that one home, and another open play goal for him, and we find ourselves 2-1 up now. Oh, dearie me, we can relax a little bit now. Finding that third goal is going to be the key. Oh, straight through for Zenulai. He's already through, and he's hammered another one over the crossbar. That happens a lot in this level. Okay, so fairly strong first half, really. We did still give up some opportunities to this lot, though, which is a bit concerning, but I feel like over the full 90, we should at least probably get the result. At the moment, it would actually be Orid currently getting dropped. Galushko's ball through. And Enrushi's off the crossbar. He hasn't scored for a while, it feels like. Yankolovsky himself now clattered out of play. Enrushi hit the ground running massively with goal scoring this season. Has sort of faded away a little bit now. Pelt ball cleared away again. Yankolovsky could turn on this. No, he can't. For what to strike! Besnik Ferrati with an absolute thunderbolt. If there was ever to be a goal to wrap up a game, it is that one. Zajazi 1, Valeshta 3, but that truly was something out of the top draw. Jan Kolowski just drops this off, and Ferrati has... I mean, there's no goalkeeper in the world is keeping that out, let alone in this division. What a hit. Ferrati again on the edge of the... He might go for another one here, and he does, and it's in the back of the net again. Besnik Ferrati has scored 2 absolute pearlers, albeit that one was a goalkeeping error at the other end, but he still found himself in the position. It is now Zajazi 1, Valeshta 4, and Besnik Ferrati comes out of nowhere to score a couple of these. Gets it out of his feet. You know he's going to shoot, but the goalkeeper has massively mucked that one up. What are you doing, Bogdanovsky, quite simply? It's 4-1. And that'll do it. Zajazi 1, Valeshta 4. Honestly, could have been what we're going to get a highlight after the final whistle, okay, of that offside there. You could see the way towards the end of this game that we honestly could have had as many goals as we wanted and just weren't quite able to take them. So that's how that leaves us right now. Tetex Tetovo, 4-0 winners. Velazarimi with the 3-0 win. Lokomotiva win. Orid do not win, though, which is a big result, because that keeps us 2 points off the top of the league. Our goal difference is starting to now resemble a bit more of one of the top sides. We are very firmly in this. With 10 games to go, we are genuinely in a promotion battle. I think we've kind of dropped everyone from 5th downwards now. We're turning losses into draws, and that's a massive step. 7 games unbeaten now. We start off next time as well at home against Cadino. There's another win in there for us potentially that could really see us go into things before we play against Orid as well. So yeah, next episode is going to be Cadino, and we're going to do Velazarimi in there as well as the second live com. That way you get to see, you know, and then we can come back and do that as well. So we get to play the big sides in the live comms. This is starting to get incredibly exciting, and I can't wait to see how this one turns out. So if you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have, drop a like. That'd be massive. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. This feels like it might have been a long one. I stream on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Go follow there too. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for some massive title moves. Can we keep this run going? There's a lot of tough games to come, and I just worry that we might not be quite good enough, particularly if any more players leave. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.